Hello everyone and welcome back to my cooking show, Cooking in Quarantine with Caroline. It's been a little over a month that we've been in quarantine and it's starting to become more normal, especially that we're not freaking out as much as we were in the past. So today I have a very special treat that I'm going to be making. These are my favorite cookies in the entire world. They are Momofuku Milk Bar Cornflake Crunch Chocolatey Marshmallow Cookies. They don't really have a name, but they're really good and I'm excited to share this recipe with you because everyone should make these cookies in quarantine because they are delicious. So to start this recipe, you're going to need a cup of butter, which is just 2 sticks, 1 1/4 cups of sugar, white sugar, and then 2/3 cups of brown sugar. Then you're gonna need 1 large egg, a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 1/2 cups of flour, 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon or a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2/3 cups of mini chocolate chips, and then 1 1/4 cups of mini marshmallows. And then finally you're going to need 3 cups of cornflake crunch. And to make the cornflake crunch, you're going to need a 1/2 box, or about 5 cups of cornflakes, a 1/2 cup of milk powder, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 9 tablespoons of melted butter. Now, these are kind of like bootleg, super organic cornflakes because apparently the stores are all sold out of real cornflakes. So we're just going to have to deal with these super off-brand, naturopathic cornflakes because apparently everyone needs cornflakes in quarantine. I'm going to make the cornflake crunch first, and to start off, you're going to need to preheat the oven to 275 and line a baking sheet with parchment paper or a non-stick baking mat. Now, we don't actually have any parchment paper, so what I'm going to be doing is using aluminum foil with cooking spray or butter or something like that. Then you're going to put the cornflakes in a medium bowl, and using your hands, we're going to crush to 1/4 of their original size. So my hands are clean. Yeah! This is how you get your anger out in quarantine. Okay, now that I have all these crumbled up, I am going to add the milk powder, the sugar, and the salt, and we're gonna toss to combine. What does that mean? What does toss mean? I'm gonna get a spoon. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Now we're going to add the butter. Now the butter is kind of, it's been sitting out for a little bit, so it might be congealed a little. I don't know about you guys, but I really hate the smell of melted butter. So then we just mix it together. Okay, now I'm going to spread this in an even layer on this baking sheet. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now we are going to bake this until the clusters are toasty and they smell buttery, which will be about 20 minutes. Now that the cornflake thingy is in the oven, we're going to make the cookie dough. And to make the cookie dough, we're going to cream together butter, the sugars. Okay, now that the cornflake crumble thing is in the oven, we're going to make the cookie dough. And to make the cookie dough, we're going to cream together the butter, both sugars, in an electric mixer fitted with the paddle attachment on medium-high to 2 to 3 minutes. And then we add the egg and the vanilla and beat for 7 to 8 minutes. And then we're going to reduce the speed to low and add the flour, salt, baking powder, and baking soda. And we mix together until the dough comes together, which will take no longer than 1 minute. And then we add the cornflake crunch and the chocolate chips and mix for about 30 seconds. And then we add the mini marshmallows. Alright everyone, I am done making the dough and it looks delicious. So I have this baking sheet lined with parchment paper because we don't have any. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this third cup, measuring cup, and we're going to make little dough balls. These are big. And then pat the top. And we're just gonna put all the dough on here and then freeze it. And then to make the cookies, we'll actually like do less balls on each cookie machine. So this is empty, as you can see. We got 22 cookies on here, which is pretty good. Recipe said it makes 15 to 20, so we're banging out more cookies for my buck, you know. I'm gonna go really unsanitary. Okay. I'm gonna cover these in plastic wrap and stick them in the freezer for 30 minutes. So, see you in a few. Okay, then we're gonna put the balls on a sheet in 4 inches apart and put them in the oven for 18 minutes. Hello, I am back and I have the first batch of cookies out of the oven and they look scrumptious. Insert close-up of cookies now. So they actually burned a little bit, but that's my fault. So I'm just gonna try one. This one right here looks like the best one to me, so I'm gonna try this one. Ellie, you can have one if you want. Okay. How is it?
Burnt.
Okay, let's try it. I'm excited. Just as I remember them.
Yeah, Mommy makes them better.
The cookies are very good. Perfect mixture of sweet and salty and gooey and crunchy. They're a little bit, I did burn this batch, so I know for the next one to take them out a little bit earlier. But the corn flakes were a little thicker than normal cornflakes, the bootleg cornflakes that I had to use. So I think that's why they're a little bit too crunchy for my liking. And yeah, but other than that, these are really good. 10 out of 10. You should definitely make these cookies. They are so good. I'll put the recipe that I used in the link below. Also, for those of you who are just watching this video or have been following my journey that aren't Dave, this was actually a school project. Surprise, surprise. And I've been cooking for a year. So I think I have about one more episode left to do. So it's going to be a huge finale. And I want you guys, if there's anyone watching this, which there probably isn't because I get like 10 views on each video, which is fine, it's not my goal to get lots of views. I don't really care about that. I care about the skills I'm gaining, you know? But if anyone's watching this, just comment down below what you want me to make next, and maybe I'll make it for my big grand finale. But other than that, stay safe, wash your hands, and like this video if you're a cookie monster and you like cookies, then like this video. And I'll see you later.